Welcome to Hashtime with Nabu. This is a place where we help you unravel social constructs, discuss self-development in line with mental health, emotional well-being, and everything in between that directly or indirectly affects us in the millennial world around us. If you're hearing my voice for the first time and are the kind of person who is not scared of being a better version of yourself even if it requires you to contradict who you were 24 hours ago, consider this your virtual home. I'm your host, Nabu, and I cannot wait to engage with you in the various conversations. This week's journal is a phone call recording with Dr. Awilli and Grace. And in the journal, we are talking about what she experienced last week. And in it, she shares what she learned, what shocked her, and what made her happy. So let's dive into it. Awilli, welcome back to the podcast. Straight from last year. That was in April, I think, last year, 2021.
Yes, it's been a while. Thank you, Nabu.
Here you are for the 5th week on the journal.
Mm-hmm.
What were the highlights of your week? What did you learn?
I learned that as a nation, as a people, we are not lazy.
Oh, is it? What did you find?
We are not lazy. We are not unwilling to work. People work so hard in this country.
Yeah.
It is unbelievable how hard they work and how little they get out of their efforts. We think Uganda is us who listen to the podcast and who are on Facebook and who talk about memes and things like that. But I learned this week that the real Ugandans, they are there in the villages, and villages are not very far. Just a few kilometers outside of any town in this country, you will encounter the village. People work so hard, but things are not forthcoming. And from my observation, it's not really their fault. And I know we are tired of this thing of Tusaba government etuyambe. But this 1 week I spent in the village, actually Tusaba government etuyambe.
Which village are you in right now?
I have been to over 6 villages this week alone.
Sojourner?
Yes. So the organization I work for is a government authority, and we operate within the sub-region of Acholi and Lango. And this week we moved to about 5 or 4 districts and about 6 villages, training people in dairy production, how to produce milk. Again, I've not yet recovered from what I saw. People work so hard, people attend trainings, people are willing to do things.
To get themselves out of poverty?
Yes, but the resources to help them are not there. They come with what they have, and their knowledge is probably not so much.
Yeah.
Their organization isn't necessarily the best, but that is what they have, and that is what they bring. Now, the bigger thing is government.
The structure, the system.
Yeah, the system is not working. The structures are not working. Like, even recommendations you make, the farmers cannot take them up because they are not present in the community. For example, you tell a farmer that, you may not be able to buy a cow every cow, but if you do artificial insemination, the calf might turn out better than the one that you have. And so they say, so where can you get these artificial insemination services?
And they're not there in the region?
No.
Whoa.
Yeah. So, or if they are there, there's probably this one guy who has to move 2 districts away in order to come to that place.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. AI technicians are extremely few, and their success rate is even lower. So I've been questioning myself, like, what exactly am I doing?
It almost sounds like systemized poverty.
It is. I honestly would say that it is. Surprisingly though, some groups are performing better than others. And in those farmer groups where there's a better performance, again, there is group leadership, which is really strong. So there's always those individuals in the communities who are able to hold the groups together and to keep people hopeful and things like that. And it also helps when the government staff is active. There's a district there, specifically Aleppo. The district veterinary officer is really good. And you can see his commitment reflected in the farmer group in that area.
What do you think would help? Do you think they are unaware that these services are needed? What do you think how other countries operate? I don't know if you have any awareness of how the other countries operate. Do you think those services are available everywhere?
From what I have observed, there is nothing so different in the way that AI is unavailable. It is not so different from the same way we see our roads have potholes, our teachers are not well paid, or there are no scholastic materials for pupils in school, no meals, you get.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing running across all the systems everywhere.
So it's about boosting.
It's about changing everything.
Changing everything.
Like literally everything. The same way you go to the passport office, you can't get a passport, or you go to Mulago, you cannot find a service. It's also the same way that when you want a service in the line of animal health, it's not visible or it's not easily accessible. Which also reminds me, there are few farmers where you can actually see potential and improvement and results. They are all linked to government in some way. So either they are politicians or civil servants or in-laws to civil servants, you get.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then...
So when you are connected, it makes it easier for you.
Yes, which is really a bad sign when you think about it.
It is terrible.
Yeah, so it means that the actual target person, the one for whom the plan is drawn, in theory, cannot actually get themselves from the point they are at to the point where it is projected that they should be as a result of these interventions. And again, the people who are connected to government in some way are again the ones who are benefiting from it. The farmers have seen where there is some element of change. Those ones are extremely few. They're like 2 to 3.
In a region?
Yes, in a region.
Wow.
But those are the ones I've met. Probably, well, I know, of course, that there's others. But during the short time that I have been here, the ones that I have met, majority of them are connected to government in some way. And the ones who are not connected to government in some way are not doing as well as those people.
Right.
Yeah. And those who are connected in government some way, you would be surprised to know that they also aren't exactly doing well. So yes, they have all these structures and everything, but the science, the activity and profit, they are not any much different from the people back in the village.
Oh, just about government here to Yambi.
We actually need government to help. Well, of course, there's that thing where people can actually help themselves. That is without a doubt. It is true.
But how many... Hey, did I learn that word?
I beg your pardon?
Did I... how many... Oh, I'm embarrassed. It's over here. Veterinarian.
Yes. It's okay. Yeah.
How many do we have? First say it. I'm going to re-say it.
Okay. Veterinarians.
Perfect. How many veterinarians? Okay, how many do we have enough in the country?
No, we don't. We don't have enough.
Do you have a rough number that we have in the country? Do you have an estimation maybe?
No, I don't have an estimation, but I can give a picture. until 2017. No, actually, until 2016. No, until 2017, on average, the vet college at Makerere, it's the only vet training institution, like for veterinary surgeons in the country.
Ooh.
Or veterinarians, like bachelor's degree.
Mm-hmm.
It's only Makerere that produces them. And until 2017, they would graduate a maximum of 20 students.
In a year?
Yes, in a year. From 2017, the number increased to about 40. And I think nowadays they're about 50 to 60 per year.
But are they practicing? Because there is also a possibility of someone going to study something and they don't end up in practice for the lack of jobs.
Mm-hmm. Now, that's the thing. For vets, there is no lack of jobs.
Oh, yeah?
In fact, yes, there are more jobs than vets. And all these few vets are distributed across very many sectors. There's the public sector, that is the government vet at the sub-county level or at the district level. But then we also have veterinary pharmaceutical companies. So those take some of the vets away. Then we have wildlife centers like the zoo and then Uganda Wildlife Authority, other NGOs like, is it CTPH, something to do with public health. Then even in Ebola intervention, vets are always needed.
Oh, yeah?
So they are also absorbed. Now, the biggest employer of vets is government. But remember, some vets, they are already distributed elsewhere, into all those other private sectors, and others go on to run their own clinics. So the few who are left will now join the local government system. And those are the ones who are now the extension workers. There should be now the ones that farmers get in touch with. But remember, the act of treating somebody's animal, the actual administering medicine and everything, it's privately done. So yes, you're an employee of government and you're working to fulfill government's interests in the public sector in areas of disease control, surveillance, public health, ensuring meat and milk safety and things like that. But now the act of treating somebody's individual animal, you do it on your own. It is demand driven. If the farmer doesn't ask for that service, you cannot impose it on them.
So we don't have anything like animal abuse here in Uganda?
We do. We absolutely do.
Because I think what much do we expect from a system where we have human beings taken to witch doctors for healthcare?
Exactly.
I was actually going to say that, and I remembered how the deficiencies that we have already.
So that aspect of privately, that it is now the farmer to pick from their pocket to ensure that their animal is treated, or to ensure that their animal gets a service of, say, artificial insemination. That one has to come directly from the pocket. The farmer, those services are not cheap.
Okay, so for the things that you've learned, does it also sum up the things that have shocked you this week?
Yeah, they have.
And what has made you happy? What made you happy? What made you laugh so hard?
Did I laugh this week?
You said yes, you did.
If I laughed, oh yes, the pork memes. Yes, the pork memes.
Is that the only time?
The pork memes and the people eating rabbit meat. My goodness.
What are you talking about?
I am. And you're one of those people, Nabu. You broke my heart. You disappointed me. I was shocked, And okay, let me tell you what's really shocking me right now.
What?
But this is genuine, and it's not even for joke's sake. Because when I initially, made that post on Facebook to, complain about people who eat rabbits, at first I thought it was genuine for me. It was.
Yeah.
But then I was shocked at how many people actually eat rabbit meat. And I'm like, at what point in my life did I miss when did I forget to get the memo? I looked around and actually everybody around me, rabbit, like, where do people even get rabbit? So I'm still reeling from that shock. I thought I was, joking. I thought I'd get 1 or 2 supporters. To my shock and horror, people actually eat rabbit like the way I eat pork, like people eat rabbit and it's normal, and I've not yet come to terms with it.
Why do you find it unfair?
Rabbits are cats, you guys.
It's a what?
They are cats, they are pets. Why would anybody eat a rabbit? No.
Since when?
It's not true. Since I have known it all my life, I am
a pet. Okay, here is the thing. I didn't have so much awareness of the dynamics around rabbits. I think when I was a child, there was a kid in the neighborhood. And by neighborhood, I don't mean a totally different home, because we used to live in the nurses' and doctors' residences. And there was one particular kid that had, I think the family was rearing rabbits, but we didn't get so much information. Like, they were, I think, really older than us, and we never really used to engage with them. Then I moved to, and that was it. I think I never saw rabbits again in my life. So when I was in Rwanda in 2017, the person that used to make meals one time said, yo, we have rabbit today. And I was thrilled. I was like, whoa, people have been talking about rabbit. How about I get a test of it? But you don't really, I'm going to apologize for the same time. Since you said the week starts on Monday, Wednesday has something still related to what I'm going to say right now.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry to my Rwandan listeners and my Rwandan family. Let them forgive me. They're not really good at cooking. So I couldn't. I said I'm very sorry for.
It's okay.
For saying it out loud. So I wasn't very confident to come on out and say I've eaten rabbit meat because I wasn't sure. So when chance came, when these guys opened, I was like, yo, I'm down for this. And I ate it, and it's like chicken.
No, I have had that since forever, but no, I cannot bring myself to, like, no. No. I find it so, like, I cannot. Like, it's the image of somebody putting a knife,
Oh, don't do that. What the heck?
Actually, now, let me do that. Maybe this is what will convince my people. The cruelty of putting a knife...
I'm covering my ears.
...on the neck of a rabbit.
I think even chicken
as well.
Chicken. Chickens are pet chickens. Chicken.
Chickens. Everybody eats chickens, you guys.
Yeah, but some people have them as pets.
Which is okay, but those are the minority.
Other people have dogs as pets, and I've heard stories that China eats dogs.
Yeah, they do that. Now, the same way somebody would find eating a dog weird.
Oh, that's extremely weird.
It's the same way I feel weird about eating a rabbit. But for me especially, they're so cute.
I'm very sorry, but when I just looked at it in the sauce format, it was really tasty. It was like chicken for real.
I've had that a lot, but by the way.
And I was thrilled. Meanwhile, I was so thrilled because I had it which Saturday? I think Saturday. And someone walked in on me. I was thrilled. I was like, yo, I'm eating this for the first time. And he was like, are you serious? We've been eating those things for a long time.
Oh, my goodness.
Because I thought it was news. I thought he was going to be like, yo, let me see. And he was like, he was like, come on.
But it was normal to them.
Yeah, he was like, come on. And I was like, okay, let me bask in my joy alone.
Now, that's the shock I'm actually undergoing, Yes, I have seen rabbits growing up, but they were never food.
What do we do now? Do we pay
that kid in the neighborhood who had a rabbit, and it was for playing.
What are we going to do, Awilli? Can we pay you with you need some services?
All I know is that I have been stripped of my innocence. And I have been forced to face the world. People are out there committing mass murder of innocent animals and eating them guiltlessly. Moreover, in that regard, I am defeated. And these people who served you that rabbit have had such an amazing marketing strategy. Literally everybody that I know has already tasted that thing, so they cannot say otherwise. So it is okay. I have accepted that people eat rabbits. I have allowed. I am at peace with that painful reality.
Yeah.
But I will continue to oppose the issue. I will continue to preach.
No, but here's the thing. I don't think we want you struggling. That's why I was asking, can I pair you with someone and you talk with them? I feel like starting a church, and it's a church for, I don't yet have a name for it, but as adherents, to the life and beauty, to the preservation of the life and beauty of the gentle rabbit. That will be what we shall be about. We will always gather together, commiserate and share the pain that we feel. When are you sharing the scriptures?
Well, we have a Bible. At least there's one scripture that it's called "Leave the Rabbitolonians." In that book, chapter 2, verse 14, it speaks about leaving rabbits alone, and pursuing other meat, but please not the rabbit. No.
Forgive us. Where can you share with us your joy? And we sum this up.
So my joy, what has made me happy this week? Well, the little difference that we make, again, as government, working in a system that sometimes it can be frustrating and slow, but seeing, the small steps ahead that we are making. For example, we've taught farmers how to make yogurt.
Nice.
We've taught them how to make a mineral leak there's this mineral leak that cattle.
For the cows,
Yes, so commercially on the market, it's really expensive, but when we use local materials, it is really affordable, and we are going to teach them how to preserve, food for their cattle and things like that, and slowly by slowly, we will get there. People get the message. We will talk them about how dairy cattle are good to keep, and how they bring in money, and how they can be taken care of. They're receptive, They are willing. But now, the systems to make it happen, but we can still use the little resources that we have to make sure that, people's lives are improved and things like that. So my joy have come from people's willingness to try out these new things, even when the system sets them back. And sometimes they are not even aware that the system sets them back.
Oh, they would be angry.
Yeah, they would be. So we just keep on preaching and, keeping the hope alive, so that slowly by slowly we can get to where we hope.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing with us your week.
You're welcome, Nabu.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, but please leave rabbits alone. Please.
So this is more like another segment.
Yeah.
We had ended it, so we're back. And I was telling Awilli that she should continue, empowering communities. And I prayed for her to have more wisdom and knowledge, as far as finding ways of empowering people out of poverty. I also thanked you for making me happy, making me laugh.
Yeah.
And I noticed, I don't know how long back, maybe a month ago, I was like, wait, I really love this life that I live.
where you find humor everywhere. There is humor at home. There is humor at office. There is a lot of banter around my life specifically. There's always something that just makes me laugh to a point of shedding tears or my stomach getting in, muscle pains. And I noticed probably 2 months, I don't remember when, I was like, wait, I've always prayed for this. Because much as I wanted money, I told God that, you know what, I do love the money, but I also want to be happy. Like, I really want to be happy. So when I was thinking about how much I laugh, I was like, wait, I prayed for this. Trust me, there are days that are extremely hard and I can't move forward. But I can also tell you that I think I laugh more than I cry in an entire year. And I wish for the same for you. I wish you happiness and whatever you want to achieve in life.
Amen.
Because I don't want you to be rich and you're sad in your house, because that will be a little bit hard for me to crack. It might be a little bit hard for me to crack, so I wish you the very best in your life with happiness. And I hope for anyone listening into this journal.
Amen, and thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Now you've made me, I feel like now I'm missing you. Okay. Goodbye.
Oh,
happy this evening.
I have? I'm glad I did.
Yes, you have. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for tuning into another episode of Hashtag with Nabu. If you loved what you heard, make sure you subscribe to Hashtag with Nabu in your podcast platform of choice and share it with your friends, loved ones, and everyone that you believe is affected by the millennial world around us. Also, feel free to share your insights about what connected with you on social media and be sure to tag us. We are at Hashtag with Nabu on Facebook and Instagram, and on Twitter, our handle is at SCNK Podcast. If you are in Uganda, Kenya, or Nigeria and are looking for someone whom you can talk to professionally in as far as mental health is concerned, please do not hesitate to reach out on my email, nabuguzi@nabuguzichwanuka.com. I would be so very glad to pair you with the right persons. Catch you in episode 91 this Wednesday. Don't forget to listen in.